Hey guys, welcome back to Foreign Reacts. Today we're going to be checking out a video titled Weird Things Italians Do. And it is from Tia Taylor. I did a reaction video for her before and it was pretty decent in my humble opinion. A lot of you guys told me to check out her updated video and I'm scared to do that, but I will do it for you guys. Obviously, I'm doing the Italian series and right now we're just doing some calm Italian videos, nothing too deep in the history because I want to get you guys here before I dive deep into the more technical and Italian related stuff 100%. So if you're not subscribed, please do subscribe. I also have another channel talking about me moving to Europe. So I will link that for you guys in the comment section. So you guys will see the channel, my Instagram, all the social medias that you guys can go check them out. And those will be all in the comment section. So it's going to be easier for you guys instead of just reading through the description. So we're going to check out this video. So without further ado, guys, let's get right into that video.
Hi YouTube and welcome back to my channel. Last week I made a video entitled Weird Things That Americans Do. You guys seem to love it. Matter of fact, you requested that I do another video entitled Weird Things Italians Do. So really quickly, let's go through all of the weird things I've noticed living here in Italy that you Italians, do. Cookies and cake for breakfast, literally. It's a small American child's dream to live in Italy because guess what? You're gonna have for breakfast, of course, your little cup of espresso, but next to that, cookies, biscuits, or any type of sugared, baked pastry. In America, breakfast is the most important meal of the day. Pancakes, cereal, eggs, bacon, like a big hearty breakfast. Here in Italy, it's like 3 biscuits and a caffè e basta. Lunch and dinner. Of course, if breakfast is weird, of course lunch and dinner have to be weird too, but on a different level. For every Italian, a proper Italian lunch and dinner, you're gonna have primo piatto, secondo piatto, fruit, salad,
I wish you had pictures.
Dessert, and a coffee. Oh wait, and you also have antipasto in the very beginning. As an American,
guys, if there's any Italian watching this, which there probably is, could you guys find me a video or something with Italian food or something like that so I could actually get a more in-depth view of what's going on? Because I'd actually prefer that. I'd actually want to see that. Like, I appreciate her talking about it, but I'd actually want to see some pictures, if you know what I'm trying to say, to, you know, get me all bored, you know?
And I just cannot keep up. I don't know how they manage to eat so much and stay so skinny. Then you have the coffee. Then you have this thing that they call ammazza caffè, which is... Okay, you can stop talking.
Yeah, but I just told you it's nothing new.
Why don't you just put him in the video? He's a great guy. He's trying to help you out. I think you should put him in the video. That would be a lot better for you because he sounds like he's Italian. So it would be better to have him directly in the video, you know? So in the case you make a mistake, like, you know, he's giving you the corrections. He's Italian. So I hope. I'm not sure. I'm just, you know, thinking, nah, he seems pretty chill though.
It's called the ammazza caffè, which is where they drink alcohols called digestivo that are supposed to help you digest the food that you just ate. In my opinion, it's just another excuse to drink alcohol, but whatever. In America, you don't do all of that. If you want to have lunch, you make yourself a nice sandwich and you eat it. You make yourself a nice plate of pasta,
or some tacos.
And you eat it. You have a nice salad and you're done. That is a portion of food, but Italians have a full course meal every time. Maybe not if you're a student living alone, but if you're living with your parents, that's how it goes. The bidet. Okay, maybe it's not so weird that Italians use the bidet, but it's more weird that the rest of the world doesn't. What is the bidet? For those of you watching and don't know, it's a little thing that's next to the toilet where you wash your butt after using the bathroom. Italians find it extremely weird that nobody else does it. When we went back to America...
No! There are other Europeans actually doing that stuff, man. I watched that in a video before, okay? And I asked a lot of y'all, and y'all were like, yeah, it's that thing that does that thing. And I was like, oh, that thing, oh, okay. So a lot of Europeans actually do use that. Don't quote me on it in terms of the entire Europe using that, but I do know that other Europeans are exposed to that major key, right? But obviously I've never used that before, and I don't think that's something I might ever use.
And Enrico came to my house. Obviously, I live in America, there was no bidet. And Enrico just couldn't handle it, I guess. Every time he used the bath, he followed it up with a shower. the guy took a shower every time he used the bathroom. They
Once a
took
day?
Their hands, and not just their hands. Italians speak with their whole body. They're gonna throw their heads around and their whole chest around. If you want to get the point across in Italian, you really gotta use the whole
Gestures
body to get it across. And that can be a little bit intimidating to a newcomer because, you know, in
Really?
America, we aren't quite so expressive. Personal space. It's as if personal space kind of doesn't even exist here in Italy. If you're walking on the sidewalk, if you're sitting on the bus, you can always expect people to be just like this on you. And even when you're like first meeting people,
She ain't never been to New York before then. We talking about personal space, bro. Have you ever, like, I don't know. I think she probably from one of those states, man. Like, you know, like probably a Florida or something like that. But nah, New York, bro. Nah, personal space, bro. Nah. Like, nah, wait, no. Period. But I do get her point, though. I do get it.
it's so common to, you know, do the little kiss. There's a lot of contact and touching that just isn't really there in American culture.
Period.
And it's kind of confusing for somebody that's been living here because at this point I'm used to just approaching people with a kiss when I'm meeting them. American friend from Florence came and I was meeting them. Okay, it was a friend of a friend that I was meeting for the first time, right? And when we went to go say goodbye, we both like kind of did this awkward like handshake kiss thing because we went to go do like, no, it was like a hug kiss thing because we went to go give each other a hug, but then we both went to do the like Italian two kiss, but we started the two kiss on the wrong cheek and it was just a mess. It was a hot mess.
That would be my advice to anybody. Like, keep it real, keep it 100 with yourself, man. Like, if you're in Italy, do as the Italians do if you're comfortable doing it, because I'm not going to force anybody to try to adapt to somebody's culture, but I personally would try to adapt. But what I would try to say is do it with the Italians. The likely chance of making a mistake with an Italian, it is this much, right? So the likelihood is that they would guide you to where you need to go, because obviously the way you speak, obviously you're not Italian. So I think they would guide you. But when you're going to do it with an American, you're an American living in Italy, and then an American comes to visit you and you're trying to do that same Italian culture, no, I don't think that's going to work out very well, because both of you are going to feel awkward because you're going to be looking at somebody like, man, this ain't you. This ain't what you do. And that person is going to be looking at you like, oh man, you done changed up. You get what I'm trying to say? So you try to keep it 100. You try to keep it 100. Like, don't try to, you know, mix the cultures, if you know what I'm trying to say, because that person is not living in Italy, and it's kind of weird for them to conform if they're just visiting you, you know, an American. But hope you guys get what I'm trying to say.
Another weird thing that Italians do that might only seem weird to us Americans, just like I said, it was really weird that we Americans basically praise America, praise our leaders, go crazy over everything that is patriotic. Italians are the exact opposite. Like, Italians love Italy, but they also hate Italy as well. Like, I don't know, the biggest critic of Italy will be Italians. There's always something negative they have to say about it. For every positive thing that I say about Italy, an Italian will always be able to counter me with why I'm wrong or why it's not that great.
I think personally for me, if I was an Italian, I think personally I would be on that fence where I'd be critiquing the country, because at times when you experience something, you're not necessarily the most appreciative of it, and you will be more exposed to the fact that there can be more improvement to that particular situation. So for me, I think that as an outsider, it is going to be harder for you to criticize something, especially if you've never experienced it before. So for the Italians who have been experiencing it all their lives and they don't know any worse, they won't necessarily be as appreciative as you are. And I can go as far as to give an example as rent. Rent in America, you can pay like $2,000 for a decent apartment. And for a European, they'd probably lose their mind to find out you pay that much. But let's say a European is paying like $1,000 in Europe for rent, they'd be like, that is way too expensive. But if they take a trip down to America, they're going to be like, oh, I need to be more appreciated. So they're going to rebel because they're not used to something being outrageous. But because we're used to something being outrageous, we're going to now cooperate, and we're going to be like, oh my gosh, this is amazing. If you guys get what I'm trying to say.
And so, yeah, you find a lot of times Italians just complaining about everything about Italy, how much they want to leave, and blah, blah, blah. And to me, that's kind of weird because you live in the fashion center of the world with the best food, amazing climate, amazing geography, amazing culture, but all they do is complain about it. But anyways, those are just a few of the weird things I've noticed Italians do in everyday life. I hope that you guys found this video.
Yeah, that's for sure, man. That's for sure. But I appreciate her feedback. I just wish that she had added the pictures of the food so I would actually know what an Italian food looks like, because I've never been to Italy, and it would be awesome to know. But I see the video here about America, weird things Americans do, so I'm definitely gonna likely check that video out too. In the future, so I'll see how that goes. But like I said, man, we out of here, man. It was a beautiful video. I totally enjoyed it, and I hope you guys did too. I'm out of here. Peace.